on the mission, looking cool. Okay, now walk this way.
Traffic 2 mile, final without delay, cross runway 30 left, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
Hey, today we're with Kalen. Kalen, thanks for helping us out.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into this?
So I got in about 5 years ago while watching flight tests, and my grandpa used to have some planes I used to go and watch at the airfield. And then I kind of got out of it, got back into it, and that took off quite a bit. Started with some basic stuff and then kind of evolved into these jets and some more complex aircraft.
Well, the jet's amazing. And Kalen, today we're talking about the Blue Angels. Have you ever seen them yourself?
Yeah, I have. Probably like 3 or 4 times, yeah.
Are you a fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What's your favorite thing about the Blue Angels?
I like the way they do their diamonds and just the tight formations and such, and cool passes.
Well, Kalen, thanks so much for your help.
Yep, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. As a dad, there's nothing like watching the world through the eyes of my kids. And my kids, I'm sure like yours, love airplanes and aviation history. So last year, we took a trip to the Dayton Air Show. And while the kids were fascinated by the entire show, the highlight was watching the Blue Angels. And I noticed it wasn't just us who loved watching them. When it came time for the Blue Angels to perform, the pilots and crew from other aircraft at the show took their families out on the wings of the planes to watch. The Blue Angels are the best of the best, and even other great crews hold them in high regard. Seeing a group of jets flying with such precision is awe-inspiring, and I think to the untrained eye, it's absolute perfection. But I heard a quote from a Blue Angels pilot who said, "The Blue Angels have never flown a perfect mission. They're on an endless quest for improvement, and they hold themselves and one another to the highest standards of excellence." There's a video online that shows a glimpse into the debrief that these pilots go through after each flight, and it made me think of our value of accountability. We owe it to one another to do our best and to say when we're not. After a flight, the Blue Angels pilots talk through every moment of their performance and discuss even the slightest mistake or variation from the plan. I noticed that often it was the pilots calling out their own missteps. One quote from the video that really stood out was, "It's not about who is right, it's about what is right." It wasn't about criticizing or finding fault in others. It was about doing their best and saying when they didn't. The Blue Angels pilots refer to missteps during their flight as safeties. And during the debrief, the response you'll hear to feedback is this: "I'll correct my safeties and I'll do better next time." The pilots, they humbled themselves because they recognized the stakes were high and they depend on each other. When we're not doing our best, it isn't easy to be honest about that with ourselves, let alone with others. So often, our egos get in the way, we make excuses, we can shift blame. We're human. It's easier to see someone else's shortcomings than our own. And I think about Matthew 7:3. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? I've been there, and I'm guessing you have as well. Moments when I know I'm not doing my best. I'm not honest with myself or my teammates at work or home. And why is it so difficult for us to put our egos aside? I think it's because we're focused on ourselves instead of the mission of the team. When we're focused on the bigger mission, it's easier to sacrifice our pride for the sake of the team. You know, the stakes for the Blue Angels are high, but I also want you to think about the stakes for your work at ProVia. We make amazing products which help people realize the home of their dreams. It's their home. It's their safe place. It's one they take pride in. It's where their family makes memories. But even more importantly, think about our purpose. To let our light shine before others so that they may see our good works and give glory to our Father who is in heaven. What if, later today, there was a team debrief in your department, learning from the Blue Angels and focused on a purpose? How would the way you interact change if you kept your focus on what's best for your team? I'm sure each of us can think about moments we'd like to improve on, opportunities to do better next time. I want to challenge each of us to bring our best to work every day and be honest when we aren't. We owe it to one another. It's not about who's right, it's about what's right. Let's do our best every day to fly together as one team.